Turki Al-Sheikh.
Oh my.
Zuffa Boxing.
I think this is the beginning of big relationship between UFC and JEJE in Saudi Arabia.
I agree.
This is the biggest finesse that you've ever seen. A clean takeover.
Dana White is slowly stacking up the Zuffa Boxing roster of some big names. British boxer Conor Benn is the latest addition to the Zuffa family, who was previously with Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing.
Conor Benn's sudden departure clearly hit Eddie Hearn hard, showing the loyalty and effort he put into building careers is not easily replaced.
The situation with Conor Benn, him leaving, him joining Zuffa, just your initial kind of reactions and your takeaway from it all.
It wasn't as much as a shock for me because I knew about it probably 4 or 5 days before, or nearly a week before. But it was a big shock to a lot of people. Big shock to me initially. Kind of said everything there is to say. Disappointed.
Fellas, I don't think anybody expected the biggest combat sports rivalry of the year to be between Dana White and Eddie Hearn, but here we are as Eddie Hearn has just signed Tom Aspinall to the Matchroom talent agency.
JEJE vibe, JEJE vibe, JEJE vibe, JEJE vibe.
JEJE vibe.
Feel the vibe, feel the vibe, feel the vibe, feel the vibe.
JEJE vibe. Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to JEJE vibe.
We're back.
You know I got my amazing queen with me.
Thanks, my love. The amazing host.
To Lewis and Gabriel, if you're new to the channel, you know what you're supposed to be doing right about now. Hit the like and subscribe. It's been a minute.
It has been.
Everybody's like wondering, where's JEJE vibe? Where have we been?
Why are you guys animated?
Oh, well, we back.
Yeah.
We just had to take a break.
Mm-hmm.
We back. And we're going to be talking about some of the things that is happening in pop culture these days.
Oh, mine.
We have exciting episodes coming. So if you're new to the channel, it's the right time to hit the like and subscribe. So we got to talk about Turki Al-Sheikh.
Oh my.
Zuffa Boxing.
Turki Al-Sheikh is. Yeah. Congratulations on the announcement of the boxing promotion with the fine folks at TKO. I assume there was a lot of people that wanted to do boxing business with you. Why did it end up being the group of TKO, both UFC, WWE, Dana, Nick, Ari, Mark? Why did that become the relationship that you chose for your boxing entity?
First of all, because they are the top in this field. Second, we have a great long relationship between us and TKO for long times and a lot of success profiles similar to WWE and a lot of things else. They are the perfect. We share the same vision, and we think we can reach our goals together.
Zuffa Boxing is taking over.
It is.
What is going on here?
And this league of boxing, with sharing the same vision between me and the GOAT, Dana White, we will success to reach very far place, inshallah, to the fans.
Yeah, so joining us now, speaking of the man you just referred to, ladies and gentlemen, Dana White, president of UFC.
Hello, Dana.
Dana, congratulations. Honestly,
good morning.
We know you.
Thank you.
We know you started in boxing, love boxing, and you've been disappointed with the state of boxing. Feels like over the last few years since we've gotten a chance to chat with you. What is the conversation like with what you're going to do? I saw you on First Take talk about the best. You're going to fight the best. We're not going to have all these titles. How do you go about doing that? Are you finding young fighters? Are you getting known fighters? What is the plan to kind of fill your roster?
Yeah, there's a lot of young talent out there, up and coming talent that people don't know about. And we're going to stack cards that start from the first fight of the night to the main event that are packed with good fights. You're going to see a lot of guys who are, undefeated, fighting each other to work their way up to win the world title.
Is this the biggest finesse in boxing?
More like taking over.
King and Aram built eras. Heyman, De La Hoya, Hearn, each carved their own territories. Then, a new player arrived. Not a promoter, a nation. Site fees exploded. Rivals sharing cards. Fights once labeled impossible were suddenly real. And at the center of it all, one man. To understand why Saudi Arabia is taking over boxing, you must start with their history and the man at the center of it all. Turki Bin Abdul Mohsen Al-Sheikh.
This is the biggest finesse that you've ever seen. A clean takeover.
Dana White is slowly stacking up the Zuffa Boxing roster of some big names. British boxer Conor Benn is the latest addition to the Zuffa family, who was previously with Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing. This comes just days after Eddie Hearn and Dana White exchanged some heated words.
A clean takeover. Clean. Wicks. Like it just comes in and you don't even feel it.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Conor Benn, an amazing signing for Zuffa Boxing. How long was that deal in the works? And did you know about it when you were saying beating up babies?
Did I know about it when what?
Did you know about it when you were saying you were beating up babies?
Well, I think you saw this week, I am really beating up babies. Is there a bigger than Eddie Hearn?
He was quite upset that Conor Benn left it.
Is there a bigger than Eddie Hearn? This guy's supposed to be your friend. Crying, he made more money. He's going to make more money, and he had the right to match it. He could have matched it.
I think he said he tried and Conor Benn wouldn't return his calls.
What a crock of Yeah. We're literally beating up babies.
So now, Matchroom, which is Eddie Hearn, lost to one of his top fighters, Conor Benn, has signed to Zuffa Boxing.
I don't think anybody looks at Eddie Hearn and says, oh, this guy's a visionary. The guy's been in boxing forever. I look at him like most politicians. You've done nothing. Eddie Hearn works for his dad. He works for Dad.
Yes, I do work for my dad. And right now, Dana White's got a new daddy. Turki Al-Sheikh is Dana White's pappy. Quite frankly, Zuffa shows are absolute, complete dog shit. And they're going to sign some big fighters. And they're going to spunk some money. They're going to waste some money.
This was like shocking news.
It was.
Because Eddie Hearn has always been out there for Conor. Even when Conor was going through his issues, Eddie Hearn was always there. How could this happen? Is this a betrayal?
Conor Benn's sudden departure clearly hit Eddie Hearn hard, showing the loyalty and effort he put into building careers is not easily replaced.
A post went out a couple of hours ago where Conor Benn, who you've had from day dot, has signed a deal, a promotional deal with Zuffa Boxing. So, I mean, I'll give you the floor to kind of give us a bit of context around this because, yeah, this is insane.
Yeah, no, look, I've known about this for a few days now, what was unfolding. I actually received an email from Conor Benn's lawyer to make me aware of it. That I'm not going to sit here and hang Conor Benn out to dry. But I've got to be honest with you, me personally, pretty devastated. Like, I've had a few days to digest what might happen, so maybe this interview's different to what it would have been a couple of days ago. And like you, it's not often you get shocked, and I blame myself. I blame myself because I forgot it was boxing.
Everybody was asking the question. Eddie Hearn was like, nah, this is a betrayal.
I don't think so. I think this is just strictly business.
This is business. It ain't personal, Eddie.
I just felt that the loyalty that we've shown would never ever put us in this position. And I just felt that I never really needed to push Conor Benn to sign a new contract previously. And I probably could have got him to sign a new contract previously. But like I said, I blame myself. I made a mistake because I misjudged the character. And again, I'm not going to hang him out to dry. And he will say, well, it was a big offer. But, you know, when I received the email from his lawyer, I texted him and said, I think we should have a call. I think you, for everything I've done for you, I think I deserve a call. And he said no. And I was like, man, fuck. I can't believe it. And, you know, I don't know what to say other than I just, you know, felt that everything that we gave him, the loyalty that we gave him, the support we gave him would be enough to talk it through or just, you know, get close to a number but it wasn't really the interest. So very, very surprising, very, very painful. But just another moment in life that you live and learn from. I don't really know what to say, really.
When money talks.
Bullshit. Just gotta take a walk with it.
And you gotta walk with this bullshit.
And you gotta walk with this bullshit. Dana is now the king of boxing. Signing deals, taking fighters. Dana is taking over with the help of his new daddy.
His new boss.
Dana got a sugar daddy.
Dana White's got a new daddy. Turki Al-Sheikh is Dana White's pappy.
Why you gotta say it like that though? But it is true.
Dana, I got you.
We want my brother now to have big card, next big card. We have a big card tomorrow, Arabia, and
we look forward to it.
Yeah, I think this is the beginning of big relationship between UFC and JEJE and Saudi Arabia.
I agree.
Dana, I got you. Talked about it. We had an episode about it.
How the Saudi Arabia now has been taking over the American sports, and it shouldn't be.
Crazy. And now, Frank Warren from Queensbridge is threatening to sue.
For $1 billion now.
We have to start by talking about the breaking news that has been going around about this potential legal battle between you and the Saudis. What can you tell us about it at the moment?
Not a lot. It's just an action, and I can't make any comment on it at the moment.
What does it mean though for your fighters? Like, will you still be taking fights in Saudi? Will we see you still on Riyadh season cards?
I can't comment on it at the moment. You know, this has come out. Which is unfortunate, but it is what it is, and we've got to just get on with it.
Remember, Frank and Eddie Matchroom, Queensberry, they have their own set of fighters. They're like the top promoters in the UK. They were all body with Al-Sheikh.
Yeah, when he introduced that fight of, I guess, the two managers from each league now bring their own 5 fighters and match them. We all watched it.
We all saw that. They were all giving him the game. Exposing their fighters to the boss who funds the boss.
Even saying that they might help clean his shoes.
Oh my God. Oh my God, let's take a look.
His Excellency. If he asked me to clean his shoes, I would probably do it. But I'm
this
crazy. He said if he asked me to clean his shoes, I would probably do it.
Just like we said it. Some people, well, just when you think some people are slaves, other people are also equally slaves.
Oh my God. What a time. What a time that we live in.
I have no problem working for His Excellency. If he asked me to clean his shoes, I would probably do it. That's a bit much, Eddie. No, but I'm.
So Turkey, the one Eddie Hearn said he was gonna clean his shoes, or excuse me, tie his shoes. At this point, it really doesn't matter if you clean them or tie them up. Anyways, Turkey came out full blazing as he dissed the hell out of Eddie Hearn. He said, quote, "Eddie Hearn, come and put your head on the chest of your father. I will give you a warm hug. The world is filled with evil people." End of the quote. Wait a minute, wait a second. Did Turkey just say to Eddie he's his father? Because I was thinking, like Dana White, the way Turkey was dissing him is he's throwing shade at him by saying, you know, something about his father. But no, Turkey took it a step further. He telling Eddie Hearn, I'm your father. Oh, hell no. The gloves are off. Forget about tying Turkey shoes, Eddie. You might want to tie your gloves and put some hands on Turkey, because that's foul. It didn't stop here either. Turkey followed up with, Eddie, don't worry. I'm always here for you. And if you call me, unlike Conor Benn, I will answer the phone. Oh, hell nah. To the no. Turkey doubling down on being Eddie's father. What are you gonna do, Eddie? I can't wait to hear what Eddie gonna say. I mean, after all, there's clips of him saying he will tie Turkey's shoes if he asks him to.
Eddie was offering, let's hear it again, so it doesn't look like we're hearing like it's a glitch. This was January 2025, just a year ago.
Yeah, we said we had an episode on this.
No problem working for His Excellency. If he asked me to clean his shoes, I would probably do it.
I have no problem working with His Excellency. If he asks me to clean his shoes, I'll probably do it. This is crazy.
When money talks,
gotta clean the shoes. This is mad times. Mad times that we living in. What would you do for the money? You gotta shake it. You gotta dance with this money. Dana is taking over. Now, the bad side about this is the UFC fighters are now
complaining now.
Happy.
Zuffa Boxing is the next challenge that he set his eyes on. But with that being said, don't forget what, I mean, he started in boxing, of course, but what brought you to the game? This is what got him to be the name Dana White, the UFC president, is this. So I can see why the other fighters, I'm trying to think, how do I feel? Wait, I'm like, do I feel jaded by it? But I understand, like, these, like, we know these guys are top class boxers. They're the best in the world at what they do, but so are we. This is the UFC. And if one guy can command that kind of money for one fight, and that's from the same company, Zuffa, and this is what's been keeping the lights on, is the UFC. We love ultimate fighting, not limited fighting. I don't feel jaded, but I'm like, I want 15 million for one fight too.
Oh, I mean, if you guys are taking kicks to the head and
not even. I mean, you know, like just saying, like
30 billion.
Okay, yeah, the bonuses has gone up, but that's not guaranteed.
No, I mean, that's a drop in the ocean.
Exactly, but that's not even guaranteed.
The UFC fighters are now
complaining now.
Happy.
And you can see where they're coming from, because they put in a lot of work into building UFC that made Dana White now.
Conor Benn signing with Zuffa Boxing. What was your reaction when you saw him going over and the price tag attached with it?
I feel like everyone's trying to get me in trouble here. Yeah, it's not something that I'm happy about. So what I would say is when the announcement of the Paramount, big money partnership came, people was asking me, how do you, excited about this? And my answer was, well, what does that mean for the fighters? Until we understand how that's going to translate to the fighters, there's nothing to really be excited about. And then, I heard about the if you want to call it an increase in bonus structure, and this is why I wasn't bothered to be excited initially, because for me that doesn't do enough comparatively to the amount of money that they've just brought in for themselves. And then to see, obviously, Dana White, he's always been quite excited about going into the kind of the boxing world and kind of doing other things like the slap fighting and all that kind of stuff. But then to see it and how quickly he values people away from, how highly he values people away from the sport that kind of built his reputation, it's just upsetting, to be fair. It's disappointing more than anything. And that's probably all I'll say on that.
You can't just start offering money to boxers to sign to you
while you're paying,
and you're not paying your champions close to what you're signing your new like they're gonna be like, oh, what's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
Are we not valued?
Zuffa Boxing is something that's taken over from Turkey. Turkey's his name. He's like a prince or some shit out in Dubai or something, like hundreds of billions of dollars. They're paying out. I don't even know who Conor Benn is.
I don't know.
He supposedly is a pretty big name in boxing, but I've never heard of it. Crazy, bro. They really paid this Ben Johns? Conor Benn. Conor. They really paid him $15 million. It's like,
I wouldn't blame you for going to box.
Yeah, it's crazy how you just put in so much work in the UFC, to build this name, create this character, be this star. It's like, I'm not making fucking $15 million fight. It's also a business. If they think that's a good business move and that guy's going to bring in money, it's like, I get it. I don't think anything personal in business. Business is business. He fucking hates Oscar De La Hoya. He hates Eddie Hearn. He hates these people. He's like, hey, let's take their biggest star and pay him, even if it's $15 million for, I could see it. He's like, hey, let's take their biggest star and pay him, even if it's $15 million for, I could see it being out of an ego thing. I guess as a business thing too, you bring in a legit guy.
Yeah.
Again, I've never really heard of him.
Billionaires shit.
Is the UFC one of the biggest sports in the world not valued? Like, fighters are not that valued to be able to rack at least 10 mil a fight.
No, they're still stuck in the hundreds.
Oh my God, there has to be some improvement, because when you start bringing new contracts for now the UFC fighters would be like, okay, I want to box. I want to go into boxing. If you're offering this kind of amount, and my boss owns the UFC and he also owns the boxing promotion, let me just tell him I want to box. So what would now be the contract you offer him if he's coming to box?
Or maybe not allow the UFC fighters to come to boxing at all.
And he's always been against that. He said after Conor McGregor, which was good success from an MMA moving into boxing, and he was able to sell out and made crazy money with Floyd Mayweather. So if that was
but that's not Dana's choice now. It's the fighter's choice. If they want to choose to fight MMA style, oh well and good. If they feel like, oh, they could box here and there, oh well and good. Even wrestling too, it's their choice.
Facts.
Yeah, do you think there is still scope for that harmony, for everyone to still play nicely?
Riyadh season has been brilliant for us, and we've done everything as we signed up to do, and we expect everybody to do the same thing with us. As simple as that.
Look, Frank, I have to put this to you. There's rumours circulating, as they do on social media, that Tyson could be interested in that Zuffa deal. Has anyone ever approached Tyson or yourself about that?
No.
What do you mean?
and you say the Zuffa deal. I don't know what deal is. What deal?
Well, that's what people are just speculating on social media, whether there is potential that Tyson has been approached about joining.
Tyson's next couple of fights are all more or less done.
I think these rumours probably come from the shock you saw with Conor Benn.
Yeah.
And what was your take on it? Loyalty's a big deal in our sport.
Well, it's not a shock for me. I've been there and it's happened to me. I've seen it happen. You know, Eddie, excuse me, he fought hard for him and stood by him in the terrible times that he had. And somebody showed me a video the other day. I haven't got time to watch all that rubbish. And it was in the video he was saying, you know, loyal, money mean nothing. But at the end of the day, that happened. You know, Eddie had a chance, I think, to match the offer, chose not to do it or couldn't do it or whatever happened. And he's had a big result, the money he's getting, because I've got to be honest, I don't see him at that level yet. Well, he's not at that world level yet.
So you can kind of understand the decision making, thinking it's 15 mil there.
Well, maybe he's doing that. And I mean, if Eddie offered him 13 or whatever it was, I don't know. I mean, you know.
So, the cleanest finesse in the history right now of boxing is coming from the man who's also saving boxing.
Mm-hmm.
And now he started a new promotion with Uncle Dana White.
Hey, look where all the fighters are going to be running to now.
Man, the whole fighters now, they want to leave. Like they're running to where the money is. So they're running to Zuffa Boxing, and Zuffa is about to change the game.
And this is not personal. This is business now. Because if you take your fighter seriously, you take your production seriously, you won't be in this state.
Facts.
The act of greed of.
Facts.
Frank Warren of Queensbury is engaged in a legal battle with the companies Sella and TKO, headed up by Turki Al-Sheikh and Dana White. They are fronting Zuffa Boxing. What's all this about? Mr. Warren's company, Queensbury, is claiming that Sella and TKO breached contracts they'd signed with them and went behind his back to form a venture, Zuffa, that aims to dominate boxing. The Telegraph understands this morning that Queensbury will seek up to $1 billion compensation for income the company claims it would have made had the contracts been honoured. Frank suing Turki and Al-Sheikh and Dana White. Turki Al-Sheikh and Dana White. It seems it's all getting a bit nasty, isn't it? And those who were once friends are very much no longer friends.
Well, I mean, they fling writs around like confetti in this space at times, don't they? But I mean, it's kind of in this territory of where I suggested it might be at some point, which is that the Saudis will have their own lifespan, their own attitude towards the boxing industry, and eventually not have the necessity to deal with the Eddie Hearns and Frank Warrens of the world if their ultimate aim is to conquer demand and diminish the sport that they're in by being the sole force in it. Now, Frank either has a contract with them. First of all, he was the person that opened the door. Let's not forget that prior to this relationship that's now in the world of boxing in terms of the Saudis being so influential, in 2023, Frank was the gatekeeper, was the intellectual capital behind delivering the outcome of Tyson Fury fighting, I think, Francis Ngannou. And everything spiraled off that. And all of a sudden, everybody was feeding off the Saudi teat, weren't they? In came Eddie Hearn, in came everybody else, and everybody was in this gravy train of opportunity. And it was always in my mindset. And I said it to Eddie, didn't I, that you will become marginalised at some point if you're not careful. Glorified agents is what I think I use the terminology. So off goes Dana White and Turki Al-Sheikh and take one of their marquee fighters, Conor Benn, in terms of profile right now. And here we are now seeing an issue between Queensbury and the potential relationship they believe they were having with Sella about their future.
The greed. It's the greed of man.
I was going to put something before the man, but hey.
It's okay. The greed of man. All men are greedy. It's just like, oh my God. I can make this amount of money and give my fighters this amount of money.
Yeah, I guess. And then the fighters can be like, oh shit, I'm making this while I can be there making that.
And it's just weighing your options.
Fellas, I don't think anybody expected the biggest combat sports rivalry of the year to be between Dana White and Eddie Hearn, but here we are as Eddie Hearn has just signed Tom Aspinall to the Matchroom talent agency.
You probably know already, I have signed with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom on a commercial advisory deal.
Tom Aspinall was signed with Eddie Hearn as a manager. You obviously have some issues with Eddie. What did you think about that news and what do you make of that decision?
We don't have any issues with Eddie. They can get whoever they want to represent him. Tito Ortiz used to represent people and we got it done.
Eddie, first of all, what are you doing? I saw this news and just thought, oh, here we go. Now, I want to get straight into it, this talent agency. Now, people online, the first thing they're saying is Tom Aspinall a pawn in the war between Eddie and Dana White? So from the horse's mouth, what is this? Because it has come out of nowhere.
Well, it has, but if you listen to everything that we've said over the last couple of years, representing athletes and particularly footballers is something that's been on the agenda and talked about for a long time with Anthony. One of the conversations I had with Tom asked that question. Once we started talking, the more and more we talked, the more we realised how good a job we can do for Tom Aspinall. The more I realised I met a man that was a little bit broken and had actually forgotten that he's the baddest man on the planet and the undisputed heavyweight UFC champion. I look at you and I think you are one of the biggest stars in global fight sports. So time to put some respect on that, time to build that brand, build that profile. Our role with you is to sit across the team to do that.
We were saying hopefully this will be the start where other MMA fighters can look at this and be like, shit, look what he's doing, look at the money that he's getting, look at the opportunity that he's getting with Matchroom and Eddie and stuff like that. Like, I want to be a bit of a trailblazer for MMA fighters who can make a lot of money and be successful outside the octagon as well as inside. Whether it be publicly or privately, a lot of MMA fighters, UFC champions, they like to complain about the money that we're getting paid. But that's a contract that we all signed. We're not going to get more than that. I've accepted that. And I want to make as much money outside of the octagon as I possibly can.
So
that's no longer greed. That's weighing your options.
It's weighing your options.
Yep.
Like, am I better off there? Am I better off the other side? Or is the grass greener on the other side? Can I just take a walk? And that was
just take a stroll?
That was what Conor said. Conor was like, I'm just going to take a one-fight contract with these people and come back. It's like...
Yes, people, what's happening? Just finished training, getting hard graft here at the UFC facility. What a facility. And more importantly, I'm excited about his future. Let's go.
Ben released a statement saying, "First and foremost, I want to thank Eddie and the entire team at Matchroom for everything they've done for me over the past decade. Zuffa Boxing presented me with an opportunity I simply couldn't refuse. I love Eddie to continue to be part of my team and for our partnership to evolve in this new chapter." A few months ago, Ben had called at Iyata Puya for a boxing match.
Whoever these UFC fighters want to come over to boxing, Lilia, I've got these hands, brother. I ain't stupid enough to go in the cage. I would never go in the cage.
Ben's record is 24-1, with his only loss coming against Chris Eubank Jr. Conor Benn's deal with Zuffa Boxing is reportedly a one-fight, whopping 8-figure deal.
Can I do that? Can I just jump? But it's Zuffa Boxing right now.
Any chance of an 8th bout in the ring between you and Eddie Hearn?
No. Listen, if Eddie wants to box, we can box. We can box if Eddie wants to box. I don't think Eddie wants to box.
Would you be confident?
Yeah, listen, I used to, back in the day, I used to box with all the guys, boxers and UFC guys. I have boxed.
So if Eddie Hearn's up for it, you're on for it.
Absolutely.
And that's the updates when it comes to the world of boxing. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. I got my amazing queen with me. It's been a minute. We miss you guys, but we back. See you guys in the next episode.
Bye-bye now.